Yay. I'm so tired.
Okay, so the first thing is, I did not add enough space here, I'm sorry. When an exponent is raised to a power, you're multiplying the exponents together. So just as a brief review, when we are dividing two things with an exponent, we're subtracting. When we're multiplying two things with an exponent, we're adding. But now if you raise an exponent to an exponent, so if you raise a power to a power, then you are multiplying. So for example, we have a, so we're going to multiply, what is 3 times 1/2? 3/2, wonderful. And then next, what would be 7 times 1/2?
7/2.
7/2. And then lastly, what is 8 times 1/2?
8/2.
Which is the same thing as?
1/2. Because it simplifies to 4. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, no, that was it. It simplifies to
4. Is that it? Okay.
Simplifies to 4. Perfect. Okay. So then for the next one, we have.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
So for the next one, we have 8x to the 5/3 times. Ooh, that's an ugly 3. Okay, there we go. Times 2x to the 5/3. Okay, so then we end up with 16x. And then what do we do when we're multiplying them? What do we end up doing with the exponents?
Adding them.
Adding them. So we have 16x to the 10/3. And that's it. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do y'all want to try C on your own, or do you want to do it together?
See, looks complicated now with the squared.
Okay.
Like with the...
Okay, so for C, the first thing I'm going to do is actually simplify within, no, I'll leave it the same. Never mind. Okay, so we would have -125, and we raise that to the 2/3 times x. And then when we multiply this, we end up with 8/3 times x. So we have 1/2 times 2/3. When you're multiplying fractions, you just multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom. So 1/2 times 2/3 would be 2/6, which simplifies to just be 1/3. Okay, and then these we can add together because we're multiplying. So that would be 9/3, which simplifies to, what's 9 divided by 3? Yep, 3. And then lastly, we do the, remember we rewrite this is the cubed root of -125 squared. The cubed root of -125 is -5. Squared is 25. Do you all want me to break down that part that I just said? Or are you good?
I'm good.
Can you break it down?
Yeah. So if I'm breaking down -125, the factors are -5 and 25 and -5 and -5. So the cubed root is -5. So then we have -5 squared, which is -5 times -5, which is 25. Are y'all good?
Yeah, Nick said he got kicked out and he's rebooting his computer.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So now, oh. When adding and subtracting powers, step 1 is to get the same base. Step 2 is to add or subtract the coefficients. Do y'all remember what coefficients are?
Yes.
What's a coefficient, Samir?
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
I don't know what it is though, but I think I know what it is.
Okay, take a guess.
Is it what's it called? The little numbers by the variable?
Close. Those are the exponents. They are numbers by the variable, but the coefficients are the numbers in front. So like in this problem, the coefficient is 8,
Okay.
the number out in front. But good guess. Way to participate. I love it. I love it.
I just
Okay.
want to say something.
And then the third one is just keep the base the same. Let me know once you all have got it down.
I got it down.
Amazing, Natalia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick example then. um, Okay, so looking at this one, the first thing I need to do is get them to have the same base. What I mean by the same base is the number under the radical. So what number under the radical do they have in common?
10.
10. So how can I rewrite 40 in terms of 10?
2 root 10.
4 and 10.
Okay, and Parker, you are correct. I'm just gonna break it down into steps, but you were absolutely correct. Plus.
Oh, was I supposed to say it like solved?
No, that's okay. I was looking for what you said. And then Parker pointed out that the square root of 4 is just 2. So we have 2 root 10 plus 9 root 10. And then we only add the coefficients. We're not adding what's under. Think of square root 10 as just the variable x in this equation, basically. So instead, this becomes 11 root 10. And that would be our answer. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Do y'all want to see another one?
Does it get harder?
I mean, no.
Okay. You got it wrong.
Oh, I clicked give up. I didn't type it in.
Oh. I was about to say that's embarrassing.
Okay, this one we have to simplify both. So what base would these have in common? might not.
If we have the
Bad
answer, can we
example,
tell
'cause
you?
that-
7 and 25.
But if we have the answer, can we just tell you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Both of
it's
them?
a negative 17 square root 7.
But
Negative 18 square root 7.
okay, so we have 175. So we're going to end up with 7 as our common base. Because unfortunately, you're not going to have your calculator for some of these questions. But you would have negative 4 times square root 7 square root 25 plus square root 4 times square root 7. Okay, so this is negative 4 times 5 times the square root of 7 plus 2 square root 7, which is negative
I'm not
20
wrong.
square root 7 plus 2 square root 7,
So that's right.
negative 18 square root 7. Cool? Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then that was the lesson for today. Let me,
Is there only one Delta Math?
there's, I don't know what you mean by one, but there's like,
Like one section that we have to do.
there's what I was just doing and then the power to a power.
Oh, okay.
So there's only 30 problems, which sounds like a lot, but considering how easy they are, I'm not feeling bad about it because that's your classwork and your homework. Okay, so is everybody clear on what I mean by I will let you leave, but if you're not being responsible with leaving, then it's going to be a problem? Does anybody have a question? All right, so in the chat, I want you to say, I understand if I don't do my Delta Math, then I'm in trouble. You don't have to say those exact words. I just need the like gist of it. All right, cool. So what I'll do is I'll leave this open. My expectation is that you work on a little bit of Delta Math right now just because I just taught you the lesson. I'm not saying you have to finish it tonight, but I am expecting that you do probably at least like 3 problems, okay? I feel like that's reasonable. If I were in your shoes, I would knock out my homework, get it done so it doesn't pile up on me. But y'all are seniors. This is your opportunity to experience what it's like to be in control of your own time. Like there will be times in college where you will hear about a project on the first day of class and you won't hear about it again until its due date. Like your teachers aren't going to be reminding you like, hey, are you working on that big project that's worth 30% of your grade? A lot of professors don't do that. So this is just, training for college. So you be responsible with your own time. I will leave the Zoom open if you have questions. If you want to stay in the Zoom, that's also totally fine. But just let me know, okay? Y'all are good to go if you want to go.